Hockey fans all across YouTube, let's go. It's time for a new episode here on FYER Box Breaks. And for this one, we return with some new Tim Hortons. This one is the Retrospective Rookies. This set just came out of nowhere and it surprised FYER Box Breaks himself. But without further delay, we are going to get into it. Now, this was released on Monday. It is now Wednesday at the time of this recording, and we are going to get right into it. So, as per usual, we've got a fully sealed box there. Of course, I brought out some packs to save some time, but we are going to dig deep into 100 packs here on the channel, and we're going to start off with 25 packs as per usual. So, as mentioned, that is the fully sealed box off to the side, and we've revealed a few packs already. Now, I've actually opened up 20 in the back. I've not seen what they are. And we're going to open up 5 here just to showcase the breaking of packs as per usual. Alright, so retrospectives. That is pretty cool. Retrospective rookies here on the channel. So, we've got a Jordan Kyrou right there. And we've got a Anne Renee Debian. That is the PWHL offering in this one here. That's pretty cool. So you got the look, the rookie year 2024, and of course the modern look of that said player right there. So in the back, that's how they look. Pretty cool design. Tim Hortons here, and we've got Kyrou, and behind Kyrou is the Seth Jarvis Strides. That one there, I believe, is 1 in 3 packs. So I'll put these cards off to the side there, and we are definitely going to keep up with the hit cards. So I do have my Tim Hortons off to the side right there, so definitely going to enjoy some of those sips as we carry on. So 2 packs in, again, the objective was to basically save some time in terms of the break. Now, we've got a Kendall Coyne Schofield right there. And we've got Brent Burns right there, Minnesota, and of course Carolina. And the hit card, Aaron Ekblad, right there in the books. I believe these are 1 in 4. So just keep track of that, and we will continue on. We'll definitely do a recap as we proceed in the 4-part mini-series as per usual. All right, so Roman Josi right there. Behind Roman Josi, we've got a Nick Suzuki right there. So, of course, this is a 100 pack or a 100 card base set. So, Elias Pettersson Strides right there. Let's turn that around. That's how these strides look right there. So, pretty cool. Hopefully, that's in focus. And the objective, again, as we normally do, is we try to save time here on the channel. So, that is the reasoning behind opening up 20 packs back there, and of course starting off with 5 packs here just to cut down on the amount of time. Zach Hyman with the Oilers right there, and of course starting off with the Leafs. And we've got Jeremy Swayman right there, still with the Leafs, but nonetheless, or the, why did I say Leafs? The Boston Bruins, who are now out, but William Karlsson Strides with the Ducks right there. Probably happy he's no longer with the Ducks. He's in the Sin City. So here we are, 5 packs in. You let me know what you think about this look thus far, and if you are in Canada and you're lucky to get these, here we've got Tim Hortons. So he started off with the Leafs and ended up with the Buffalo Sabres towards the end of his career there. And Mario Lemieux, of course, the Penguin across his chest throughout his whole career. Timo Meier in the books right there. So no longer in San Jose, Timo Meier. I believe he's now in New Jersey. But regardless, that was pretty cool. That was a neat look at the first 5 packs. So we have not hit a massive card as of yet, but we're going to open up or reveal these. And there will be some hit cards in between, so I'm going to try to be very careful. Here we are. We've got a Claude Giroux. Claude Giroux there. We followed up with an Evan Bouchard, the Bushbaum for Edmonton Oilers there. And we've got a canvas card, Celebrated Prodigies. That's pretty cool. So a Connor Bedard. Now, I'm not exactly sure how Bedard's particular set, or not set, the, how do you say, whether or not his superstar status is sort of cemented at this point in time, is what I meant to say. A lot of ups and downs with Chicago there. Will he resign? I don't think he will. I think he'll move on after his third year. Here we are, Cole Caulfield right there with the Canadians. We've got Emily Clark, so one of the PWHL Ottawa Charge right there. And we've got to take a bow. Here we are. I think these ones are 1-8, if not 1-6. But these are pretty solid. Interesting foil design right there. Natty Mac right in the nick of time. That's pretty cool. All right, so let's move these off to the side there some more, make some room. Tim Hortons cup on the side, sort of just hanging out. All right, here we've got a Tim Stützle with the Sens. We've got Vince Dunn right there. And we've got Alex DeBrincat in the Strides, of course. All right, so I think maybe what we could do is we could just sort of move on to the middle card here. You've seen a lot of the designs and the players thus far. We'll just kind of get to the middle card there. Mike Modano in the books. Pretty cool. Shout out to Julie Farnham with the North Stars in that particular design. All right, so here we are. Again, make sure I'm in focus. We've got Alex Ovechkin and Troy Terry Strides right there. Okay, so we're definitely building up in the Strides. And we've got a Marc-Andre Fleury, the Pens, and the Minnesota Wild there. Gensel and Strides. So we continue on with the Tampa Bay Lightning. All right, so Strides definitely chalking up a lot of those cards. And we still have another stack of 10 packs that were opened up there already. All right, so we've got Blair Turnbull, the PWHL, and we've got a canvas card right here, Quinn Hughes. I do like canvas cards. They're one of my favorites in terms of any Upper Deck release. I've become a big canvas fan. I think it's just such a cool card with the texture there. And we've got the In the Books with Kyle Connor, and that'll go off to the side there. Yeah. As mentioned, canvas cards are really cool. I do like them. All right, so we've got a Dougie Gilmore there, and we've got a Chris Kreider Strides. And you can see in the background it sort of has a pretty cool photo there once you tilt that card. All right, so this one looks to be the last one here for the first stack of 10. And they are, here we are. Cale Makar, Take a Bow. So we've got two Take a Bows that are featuring the canvas, or not the canvas, the Colorado Avalanche. All right, so we're doing pretty good. We've got 7:55 on the clock there. And normally we breach, I'd say 12, 13 minutes for the first offering of these cards. But this is definitely saving some time. We've got a UC Saros Strides right there in the middle, and Alex Carpenter. That is your look at the PWHL player. All right, so that is the Professional Women's Hockey League, in case you were unaware. We've got the other names, Demko and Tippett there, of course, and Sarah Nurse in the books. Very good player for the Canadian women. That one is actually knowledgeable. Sarah Nurse, her cousin is Darnell Nurse with the Edmonton Oilers. And we've got two Kings there who the Oilers will face. And we've got in the first round, Rick Nash canvas. Pretty cool. So it should be a pretty solid series again. And this one looks to be one of those 1 in 100s, if not 1 in, how'd you say, 24. So we're going to put that off to the side. Actually, no, here we are. This is the 1 in 24, and I think that's the 1 in 100 pack there. We have a Steven Stamkos with a Patrick Kane, and we've got the first lenticular, and it happens to be Kirill Kaprizov debut success right there. That is the lenticular design. 1 in 24 packs will get you these pretty cool looking cards. All right, so shout out to Julie Farnham. That is a Kirill the Thrill Kaprizov, and we've got a few more packs to go. So we've got these players. It's tough to see Grant Fuhr in the Oilers and then ending off with the Flames. Obviously a lot better success with the team on the left. And in the books, Trevor Zegras. But yes, it was weird to see Fuhr in that flaming horse jersey there. All right, we continue on. We've got Connor Bedard, we've got Jack Hughes, we've got a Mikko Rantanen strides. Mikko Rantanen all over the place when it came to trades this year, sort of jumping on, well, Colorado and then Carolina and then off to Dallas. All right, so Kirill the Thrill right there. Boone Jenner, and of course, take a bow. We've got a Ella Shelton. So one of the take a bows of the women's players. That's pretty cool. So the first one there. And I did not look at the set in terms of the checklist, but we've got Brianne Jenner, we've got Bo Horvat, and we've got the celebrated prodigies of Blake Wheeler right there with the Bruins. All right, so we've got one pack here, and then one more remains in the back. We've got a Panarin, we've got a Braden Point, and we've got Blake Coleman right there in the books. And then we will reveal this one right here. So, as mentioned, I think this might be one of the other top hits there. All right, Trocheck, we've got Sarah Nurse, awesome. And we've got a Dynamics that debuts. Now, this one is of Alex Ovechkin, who has recently taken the leaderboard of the most goals scored in the NHL, surpassing Wayne Gretzky. So pretty cool. If you're going to get one of these dynamic debuts, then this is definitely one that you want to get. I enjoy that. That's pretty cool. So we got a Alex Ovechkin oven chicken for the top card there. So we're going to do a really quick recap. We're not going to talk about the specific cards, but I'm just going to cycle through. So we've got 1, 2, we've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of these in the books. And we've got a few strides. There should be at least maybe 8 or 9. So we've got some strides here. Rantanen, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of those strides. Pretty cool design. So strides, and in the books we're very popular in terms of putting out those numbers there. So we've got 4 canvas, pretty solid looking cards. We've got take a bow. We've got 3 of these, 1 PWHL, and of course 2 of the Colorado Avalanche players. And the top choices here. The hit of the break, we've got a Kirill the Thrill lenticular card, 1 in 24 packs. And this one right here, the dynamic debuts of Alex Ovechkin. That is my choice. The hit of the break here in part 1 of the Retrospective Rookies on FYER box break. So you let me know what you thought about this first part, and I hope you'll join on with the second, third, and fourth installment of this Tim Hortons release. So we're going to leave it there. So like, comment, and subscribe for all that good stuff. And as usual, I'll be back with more content in the near future. Till then, bye for now.